Dear viewer, good evening and welcome to Coronation. With me tonight, a member of the Chaldean community living in Sterling High. We have Paul Manni. And Paul, what I understand that you are running for City Council in Sterling High.
That's correct.
Okay, give me some background about you. Did you ever involve in politics, in any committee in different cities, or just Sterling Heights?
So I have been a resident in Sterling Heights since 2003. I grew up in Sterling Heights. I went to elementary school, junior high, and I graduated high school in Sterling Heights. So I have a great understanding of what goes on in Sterling Heights. I have love for Sterling Heights. I met a lot of people, great people in Sterling Heights. I have a lot of friends in Sterling Heights. I began to understand greatly of what goes on in the city, especially in politics and with community issues.
Great. Are you involved with, there's a lot of organizations, especially in Macomb County and Sterling Heights. Are you involved in any organization or community events?
I am not involved, but however, I do attend a few events with regards to Sterling Heights, whether if it's city council meetings, most importantly, city events, if they do if they do such as fundraisers or senior events, cultural events especially. I like to be in those events because it's very good to know what goes on in our city, especially as well as our county, to meet a lot of new faces, because ultimately people need to know who candidates are that are running for office.
Absolutely, and I had the mayor and the chief of police a few weeks ago, and they mentioned to me that the Chaldean community are the most highest ethnic ethnic minorities in the Sterling Heights. So I said, wait, let's make it a Chaldean town.
Of course.
Yes. So with that population, that other ethnic minority, there is the Italian, there is the Polish. Are you associate with them? Are you building some bridges with them? Because you need them. The Chaldean community by itself, it's okay, but you need other ethnic minority and the American at large.
Of course, I have been, aside from the Chaldean community, I do engage myself with the Italian community, the Albanian community, the Asian community. I feel all the other communities that I've met, they're very great support of our city. They opened businesses. They came here to this country, most of them with nothing. They try to achieve the American dream, and I feel that they call Sterling Heights home, and everything they do to the city is great economically, and they need a representation in this city, and I feel that I can bring that representation to them, even if I don't have the same culture as them, even if I'm not from their country. My family came from Iraq. They came here with nothing. They pursued the American dream. I know how it is to have parents who are immigrants, to have a family of immigrants. So I understand where other cultures come from if they come to the United States, that they live in Sterling Heights, of their background. And I have great support of them, because ultimately it's when I can relate to them in many aspects.
Great, and the Sterling High is a multi-part of many ethnic minorities.
Yes.
So it's unique, that the mosaic that Sterling City have. You don't see it in different cities.
No.
So it's a great to build all the bridges, and somehow we understand each other. Ethnic minority understand, because we are in we have same issue.
Of course.
We face the same issue, if it's in Sterling High or different cities. Okay. The presentation for the community in the Sterling High administration or city council, I don't see much. Why?
As far as cultural? Or
No, as involvement. I don't see city council. Only 1 or 2 police officers. In administration, I don't think there is many. We look at the Italian, and you see them involved in every aspect of the city administration.
My dream is to get all people involved with the city. I feel that's the only way we can get the city to grow. And if we can get the city to grow, we can get our nation to grow. Because at the same time, everyone who comes to the United States deserves the ultimate respect, and they deserve the ultimate freedom, because they came here to pursue the American dream, and that American dream is freedom, and they have the ultimate right to be the voice for anybody. Everybody has the ability to be a leader of their own community and to the country, and everybody can be a sort of member of the city, as well as if they want to join city council, if they want to pursue any legislative position. That's the country we are, and we can pursue that.
Yes, and I advise honestly, whoever want to think about getting involved in politics, get involved with the small, the communities. If you have a committee for the planning, committee for that, and this your city, involved with it. Learn what they're doing in the city. Get to know. So when you run, you have all the knowledge about the city operation.
It's very important, especially with the younger generation now, as well as the older generation, those who come to this country and those who have been born here and went to school here and graduated. They received a degree, whether their degree is law or their degree is whatever it might be, to use their talents and to make a change. Each person has a talent, and I'm sure that they can bring this talent over to the city, or if they want to pursue the political career. It's very important because everyone has a type of knowledge that they bring to the table, and we need this kind of knowledge to make a change. And everybody can make a change because of the education that they have learned.
Sure. Paul, majority of the Chaldean community, they like their children to involve with their business. And when they send them to school, the doctor and the attorneys and the CPA, they have a highest goal for them. And when we told them, why don't you get your children involved in politics, involved with the city, involved with the state, they said, you know what, the cost of living for the Chaldean family, it's high, and the salary they're getting, if it's a police officer or a politician, is not enough.
Of course.
Is that what you see the problem?
Ultimately, yes. I feel some people who are doctors or are, have high-paying degrees, they don't want to lean towards politics or be in that political spotlight, as I can say. Mm-hmm. Why, I am not sure, but I feel it is very important because everyone can bring value. Everybody has value, actually, and everybody has a good message that they want to lead to the public.
Sure.
And I feel it's very important to have as many leaders as we can, especially in the Chaldean community, because we are a very large population in the United States, particularly in Detroit.
Yes.
And my father's generation laid a great foundation. They came here, they opened up many businesses, they taught us how to be great entrepreneurs, and they wanted a great future for their kids, to go to school, to graduate school, to have a great paying job. But I feel I want, for me, what my goal is to have the youth more involved politically.
Yes.
Because
that's important.
Because ultimately, we have a culture, and we need to preserve that culture. And the only way we can preserve that culture is through legislation and bringing our word out to the White House, is most importantly.
Great. Do you get the community involved with you? For example, if you have a committee, the member of the Chaldean community are involved with your campaign, and they helping you, and tell me about it.
So I do have many Chaldeans helping me out, representing as well. I lead the community in many different aspects. As you know, I have a passion for preserving our culture, preserving our history, preserving our language especially, preserving our religious liturgies, our prayers. All that is the true essence of the Chaldean name, to preserve our Chaldean identity. I feel that with that we are able to bring the Chaldean to the next generation, because of all of the youth who are graduating school and becoming doctors and becoming lawyers. It's something that it was very small amount of doctors and lawyers we had in Iraq.
Yes, well, here it's, you know, we're
It's
expanding everything.
expanding, and
Yes.
and it's very good to bring that to the next level. I find the language to be more important, to teach the language to the younger generation, to those who are being born here. Our culture, especially our food, our everyday standard of living, especially our prayers, our liturgy, and our faith.
And that's what I want to come to. You know, the church and the Chaldean community, they play a major role to keep the community together with their culture, with their language, with everything. And we have about 2 to 3 more in Srinagar or surrounding Srinagar. Are you involved with them so you could, you know, relay your message through the church to
I am involved in the church, especially. I actually serve in the church. I read the language, the Chaldean language, fluently.
Great.
I love serving the Mass. And through my heavy involvement in church, I began to know many of the community members.
Yes.
Who are either entrepreneurs, business owners, or do something great for the community. But I feel that people find the message to come from the church, but I feel that the church shouldn't be the one engaging in politics. The church,
not in politics, but supporting,
of course,
our people who are running for office, for politics, and all that. In general, it's good.
I feel it is very important. And I also feel that the community should know the new members who are engaging in politics, who are running a campaign, to know who they are,
Yes.
and what they stand for, and how they can benefit the community. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Do you have any fundraising? You done fundraising? You went to the community to ask them to have a fundraising for you? And tell me.
So I am working on doing fundraisers. I am raising money right now to fund the campaign. So far I have plenty of signs and flyers, and I'm sending a lot of things in the mail to residents who cannot go out and vote, especially if they want to do an absentee ballot. You know, with everything that's going on with the coronavirus now, many people are afraid to leave their homes. So I feel that the most beneficial thing to do right now is sending them flyers through the doors, knocking on their doors, presenting to them who I am, and how I can bring great positive things to their city.
Are you going around the city knocking in doors and all? And
Yes.
I'm pretty sure when you knock in a Chaldean family, they're very happy and receive you. And
Of course.
Yeah.
When I knock on especially a Chaldean person's door, I mean, I can most of the time I could know if they're Chaldean or not.
Yes.
So I automatically switch my language to the Chaldean language or the Arabic language so that they can relate more and understand more.
Yeah. What do you need from the community? You know, in your campaign, we're talking now. Do you need more involvement from especially the young generation in your campaign?
I need huge involvement and support with all members of the Chaldean community of all ages, because it's very important for them to vote. This is the most important thing, is for our people to vote.
And getting other people to come vote with them too.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I hope my campaign can lead other members of our community to run in the future for politics.
Great.
Because it's very important that we have a message. We have a message out there, and we need to preach that message. We need to give that message out there to the public, because it's very important for our community especially to move on to the next level.
Absolutely. To contact you, do you have a number?
I do have a phone number. I do have an email as well. But I greatly appreciate if you can go on my website. It's www.paulmanni.com, PAULMANNI. On the bottom of the website is my contact information. If you also want to donate to my campaign, I'd greatly appreciate it. There's a tab on the side of the screen, and if you want to know more about my campaign, please send me an email, and there is information on the front cover of the page.
Great. And we're going to put the website on the screen so they could take it and visit it. Okay. Give me at the end a minute or two. What make you run? Would that want that click and make you decide to run for city council?
So the reason why I wanted to run for city council before, when I graduated high school, I was discerning the priesthood. I wanted to be a priest myself for the Chaldean church. I do have great love serving the community.
Yes.
I serve the community without getting paid. I don't want to get paid for it. I do it for the kindness of my heart, because ultimately I come from a great family, especially with grandfathers who serve the community all throughout their life, who have done so much and building the foundation of where we are today. And I grew in great love for that, and I feel that it's my turn to take it to the next level and to follow their footsteps, because I love serving the community. Why did I switch from religious to political? I had a great love for discerning the priesthood, but it wasn't my calling. But I still felt the great calling of serving the community. So I said to myself, you know, my grandfathers were involved politically, not too heavily, and I feel it's the right way of serving the community politically for myself, because I want to make a difference, not just for myself but for the community. Get the Chaldean name as well to, you know, legislation, and my goal especially is to get the Chaldean name recognized by the United States of America through United Nations and through the Constitution of Iraq, because ultimately we came from Iraq, and unfortunately we are not recognized by the Iraqi government, and we need to be recognized by the Iraqi government and through United Nations and through the American Constitution. The American government, sorry.
Great. Well, you have a great grandparents. I know them. Believe me, they make you proud.
Of course.
They did their share of serving the community.
They inspired me greatly.
Yes, great.
Without their inspiration, I wouldn't be here today serving the community.
Great. Well, I wish you good luck in your campaign.
Thank you so much.
And I'm looking forward to do an interview with you when you be city council.
I hope so.
Sure. All right.
I hope so. We have the election on August 3rd primary.
Yes.
To all residents who live in Sterling Heights, I'd greatly appreciate
Tell me more
your
about
vote.
the primary is August.
Correct. August 3rd.
3rd.
Yes.
Okay. How many people that they have to run to get to be in the primary?
So there are 15 candidates running in the primary.
How many we need?
I believe it is 12 candidates, if I'm not mistaken.
No, how many we need after August?
So it has
What's
to be
the number?
6 candidates.
6.
The top 6 candidates after the general election in November
Yes.
win the seats for the city council.
How many?
6.
6 seats?
6 seats.
And
The top 6 votes win the election.
Okay. And you have on August 3rd, there's about 15, 16. They're gonna end up with what?
I believe they'll be ending up with 12 candidates.
12. And November are the 12. They need 6.
Correct.
Great. Well, you have a good chance.
I hope so.
Honestly, with the population of the community, and I urge the population to go and vote and involve your campaign.
Of course.
Yeah. Good luck again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dear viewer, that was my interview with Paul Manni. He's running for City Council in the city of Sterling Heights. And I encourage, especially the young generation, to get involved in politics, to get involved with the community. You know, if we don't get involved, the administration or the community leader, they're not gonna understand our issue, understand the way we live, understand our need. But if we involve, and especially to be part of that administration who run any city or the state in general, it's important, because when we need you there to defend our right, to defend our issue, and that's so important. Paul, he's running, and we should support him. We should support him in every possible way, because through him we could get somebody to defend our issue and to defend our culture, whatever in a city or Congress or state Congress or in the Senate, state Senate. So important to go and help them now, and then to go and vote on August 3rd. Again, I encourage you, please, to go and vote and support him. Thanks for watching, and good night.